All right, we're live.
The first thing everybody should be noticing something on the chart when you look at weekly is what?
There's
There's a
like
lot of volume
you have a
disappearing
head and
out of the
shoulders.
market. This is, the volume is coming down as we're going down here, right? So if you look here, if you went down, the volume is pretty drastically going down. So it's cut in half from May 2nd week. And I know it's only what today is Tuesday, I believe, correct? Tomorrow, Wednesday, and we are almost, I would say, probably, one third of the way out of this. So just keep an eye on the volume because that's your bread and butter, right? So obviously, this is your level. You see that they've been kind of holding this level right here, 406.93. This is the same level we had from Sunday, if you guys recall. This was our trigger for down. And then if you look at this is going to be our trend line. And then if we add this guy, we'll probably make this symmetrical here. Okay, that's close enough. So that's your weekly, right? And then if you look at 3 days here, same thing. I mean, it just looks like we're consolidating for some time now. Yeah, so I mean, this is a perfect consolidation here, guys. So if you guys look right here, I'll just make this a little grayish. So I mean, this is obviously perfect. Break up to the upside, break to the downside. Does everybody know how to measure where this is going to go to? For sure, go to. I mean, and usually it's like 90% accurate. You guys know how?
You
What if you
measure
don't?
measure the box top to
You
bottom.
measure the box, correct? You want to measure the box. So we're anticipating 2.56%. And if you go on Thinkorswim and you look at the implied move, you're probably going to be seeing something similar on that. And I'll let somebody else do that because I don't have toss up right now. So 2.5%. Oh my God, did this just happen? It did. Wow, I got it perfect. That's a rare.
You have sequence hacking for you. I don't believe it.
Yeah. Okay, it won't happen on the bottom side, but here, that's close enough. So this would be kind of the move that you're anticipating. So it would be $10 to the upside, and you guys know at 430 happens what? Happens to be a really strong resistance. So here's your 429.7. So that's very close, and it's top of this flag from the weekly, right? So now you got a little bit of confluence, right? And somebody, I don't know if you're on mute or not, but here we have that level right here, 430. So it kind of, corresponds to what we were looking at, and it lines up. So that'd be good there. And then let's see here, 396. I think it was 398 that we had the VPOC. I'm pretty sure it was 398. So we'll check now. And then simply you want to find the VPOCs. Yeah. So the VPOC was 397 here. We'll add that guy there. 397.26. And obviously we want to break that 417.37. That was our trap level. If they break below, a lot of green volume today. Honestly, I did not take any trades besides this, the Tesla one. So, but this looks pretty overextended.
That 5 minute full send on SPX printed.
I bet. Yeah. I mean, I thought I saw SPX. I thought I saw a full send and an arrow line up today at some point perfectly.
Yeah, there was NQES were all green on Momo. So was Tesla, Apple, and SPX, and then 5 minute um, bullish full send.
Is anyone surprised where we rejected? Anyone? Okay. Well, if you are, and you're like, man, why did we reject there? Look at this. You should not be surprised that you rejected here at 415. I'm pretty sure at one point that we tapped that level. So here you bounced off of it, then you broke it, and then here you go. We came right there, rejected it, went over it. Now we're still kind of below it. Um, it just looks like a very overextended move so far. But let's see. I mean, the key level is 417.37. We are very close to breakout. The only way you should take this long is how? Anyone? How do you want to play this? You want to play the breakout, or how do you want to play this?
Either the breakout or the retest, or both.
You play the retest, I'm telling you. The breakout is going to be a trap, a nice trap on this level. Watch. And I don't know how the futures are doing. Let me see. But they might trap people here.
Futures are sideways.
Yeah, so that's boring. So my preference is that you guys look at the upside only on the retest here. And then if you guys look here, I'm gonna change color so you guys are not confused. You guys see this? So I mean, we have a little bear flag, right? On the weekly. So if I go to weekly, so we have a little bear flag. This is your bear flag with the pull. Then no, it wouldn't invalidate. No, we have a month and a half for this. It would not invalidate anything. I mean, we dropped from April 25th till May 16th. You dropped 50 points, so it doesn't really invalidate. You should definitely have a stop. You know, my stop loss probably be somewhere around 420s on this, and then reload again at 430. But yeah, but we need another leg down at some point, so we'll get it. So here's that. You guys see what I see here or no? I'm gonna delete these blue lines because they're just too much for me. Do you guys see the black lines?
Yeah.
What does it look like to everyone?
Rising wedge.
Rising wedge, yeah.
It's a rising wedge, and we're coming up to a supply. So now the question is, which supply is going to react? Is it going to be this supply? Or, I mean, we've been consolidating here for some time. So if this is going to be a distribution, that means we're going to hit this level most likely, and then we're going to be looking to break this to the downside, right? So there's a high potential that we might be kind of going here and rejection, and if they get it over, right, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, we're going to go all the way to 430. There's probably a supply somewhere that they're going to be using. Like you guys see this 3 candles right here. Probably strong supply, you know, that we might get a rejection there. And then, you know, if you're not familiar with the VPVR, we'll bring it up real quick. We'll change the settings just a tad bit. So we'll change this to 75. This one goes to 68. I mean, if you can put points, I don't know if it does it. Do that. So nothing really telling on SPY right here still. Looks like that 430 has a POC there. I mean, honestly, I think we go up before we go down. I think we're gonna retest that level one more time, the 430ish, and it could even trap more bears here and go to 435. So definitely long over 417.37, and then tomorrow, let's see. I would watch this level. I mean, I would watch these candles tomorrow, and I would probably short right below here. So whatever that 414.9 would probably be my short. If you're really, really risk averse, then use this right here, this lower or higher low here. So 413.36 would be your short. Does everybody have an idea of a plan what we were doing in SPY? And then you should know where to get out. So your first exit should be here. You're probably going to get a bounce. And then, you want to avoid this between 411 and 410. You do not want to trade that. And then, if we drop right here, if we drop below this, this is where you reconfirm the entry. So, and I think it was more like 409.05 that we said last time. I recall it. It was 409.551. Yeah. So that would be your second entry here. So this area here you want to avoid. You don't want to trade in between right here. This is a no trade. Don't trade here. Short here, up to here. If you have runners, keep it. Once it breaks 410, you could take it all the way to 409. But then, if it breaks 409, we have a really nice chance to dip a little bit more. Okay. Qs, let's just reset. Start with the weekly. I mean, you call it whatever you want, but if it barks to me and it looks like a dog, I have to call it a fucking dog. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. To me, this is a bear flag. Yeah. So, do you guys remember the key level on Qs? I don't even have it up yet, but does anyone remember from Sunday what's the key level? Guys, if you want to learn and you want to become really good at trading, if somebody wakes you up in the middle of the night, you should know which levels are important on Qs and SPY. Do you guys understand? I mean, whoever is listening, do you understand what I mean by that? You guys should know what's your go long level right now on Qs without even looking at a chart. I'll give you a clue. 315.1. Does that ring a bell to anyone? Does it? Am I on mute?
No, you're good.
Why are you guys afraid to talk?
Because
What's
I
going
talk
on?
too much.
I think it was a 315 level.
No, it's 315.1, so 0.09, sure. So that's the level that we were watching, right? Sleeping toddler, I know that feeling. So I'll definitely watch that level. That's super important level. And if you're gonna go long, that's the only level that the bulls have to reclaim that level. If they don't, um, there's a high chance that we're gonna reject there then and go from there. One second. Okay. So our Qs, that's our level on the downside. I like to check 3 days, as you guys know. I use 3 days a lot. You guys notice the volume on 3 days?
Trending down.
Yeah. For new people, when you have price action that's going up, right, and volume is descending, what does that mean? It's called a bearish anomaly, right? This is a volume anomaly. This does not agree with the price. If something is going up in price, you want this volume to also be increasing to show you that there's buyers. So just to give you an example what I mean by that. So what happens in this trade here is price is going up, and I'm just going to go down and look at the volume. So 3 drivers up, 3 down, flat. This one hits. I'm just giving you kind of idea what happens and why it's important to get volume. Look at this. They trap you here, resistance, and look at that. From 370 all the way down to 280 from this volume anomaly. So I say the history repeats itself a lot. So, and if it does, that might be interesting there.
Shorty, on that one, on the last candle, would that be 3 days or could it be less?
This one here, so it'll be Monday, Tuesday. This one is not completed yet. This one is not done yet. So it'll be done, well, let me see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. So Tuesday, Monday, Thursday. So no, it's not done yet. This one is not done yet. But there's definitely volume anomaly here. I mean, even relative volume on a candle, look at this volume, look at this bar, and then pay attention to this bar. Well, I mean, this is the biggest candle, probably second biggest candle that you see, or third biggest candle you see on the chart. Okay, the other ones that I see are here, like that one, and this one, right? And I would say this one here. So when you compare these candles, right, this one seems to be kind of right in alignment with this one here as well. And this one probably has another 20% more volume than this one, and so on. And then you just kind of compare relatively, like what's going on. And to me, it doesn't seem to be adding up just yet. And I don't know if somebody mentioned it, if somebody can confirm, but I heard there's a country, I don't know if it's Australia or somebody else, they increased the interest rates a little bit more than the typical what they announced they were. So if somebody's got info, you can confirm it. That's great. All right, so I'll just connect these on a daily. Okay. And I mean, you look at the range here, right? Look how tight this is. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To trade this and to make money, guys, in this right here, this is pretty good. If you have been green any out of these days, like literally any of these days, if you're green, kudos to you. You're doing something right, because this right here is pretty tough to trade, guys. It's much easier to trade this than this right here. It's consolidation, right? They're waiting for something to happen. Some kind of news are going to happen. Big sell-off, big volume, and then low volume. No spike in buying just yet. And let's see what happens, right? I mean, to me, it just doesn't seem fundamentally we're ready to go yet. But see what the VPSV says. There has to be another hike of higher than 50 basis points. I don't care what they say. So we got 313, 315, and this 330. I think this was a double X. Yeah, this is double X POC. So what do you think if you're a market maker tomorrow? What should you do here? Imagine you have millions of dollars. How would you play this if you're a market maker? You know that there's a strong supply here. You know people, I just told you this level is looking, everybody's aware of the 315.10. How would you play this? Any ideas? Imagine your goal is to bait the retail into something and then you reverse.
Maybe you'll
Perhaps a long.
beyond the 2 POC and then revert later in the afternoon.
Wait for the retest.
Okay, but how do you make Drew? How do I make Catching Rockets buy something and then make that something worthless?
Break 315.
Breakout.
Guys, they're gonna sell these 315s like they're hotcakes this week. Because they're gonna push this all the way, guys. There's literal, look at your volume profile. What is stopping them right here tomorrow? You have one level. Remember, I told you, look at a couple of days of volume profiles. Look what's stopping them here. I mean, even just grab the volume profile here in between, drag this guy down. This is what's stopping them to send in at 315. What they can do tomorrow is come up to 313. If they see, so I'm telling you, this is what retail sees tomorrow. This level right here, 312.32, buy 315 calls. 99% of the discords have that level lined up right here. Is it wrong? No. What do you think people are not going to do? What is retail trader not going to do when this breaks? They're going to start loading up these calls right here on 315. Right here. They're going to load these up. I don't know if they're aware of the POC at 313.43. It's not a regular POC, right? This is something bigger.
P-shaped.
It's a P-shaped VPOP. And this, if you guys remember, this could mean that this is a strong supply here. Very strong supply here. So then if you go to the June 2nd, right, and you look at the daily on it, so let's see, June 2nd. Look at June 2nd here. It's the biggest biggest candle right here. And then we reject it right off of the top. So that tells you that there's going to be a supply. People are going to be selling here. But in order to make this work for them, this needs to be a lower high. So the lower high would be the 313, right? It would make sense that they trap people. Once they break this level, people are going to start loading up 315s, and then they literally take your 315s and they wipe their ass with it because they're just going to take the value out of it. So that's you got to watch that for tomorrow because this could be a beautiful trap tomorrow on their side. And then you look at this. This is another P shape. So B and then P shape. I'll schedule a class to teach you guys the kind of the moves in between these and how you can play them. And there's dependencies between the P, B, long. So this here is a short B. You guys see the difference right here? This is a short B. And is there a difference between these two? There's a big difference here. This is a long B. This is a short compressed B. And they behave differently too. And even if you look at it, so this is where they held a bounce on a short beat. Look at the reactions right here on the day before. They bounced perfectly. And then here, once you broke the day POC before that, once you broke it on a retest, it went higher and it hit the POC from May 31st right on the money. I mean, it never really even closed above it. It almost like wicked right off of these wicks here, if you guys look. Right here. I mean, so it really never had a chance. So tomorrow, I mean, this could be relatively easy day for trading. It just depends what they want to do and just patience and retest. So I'm on 10 minutes and look how easy this could be. So if you're going to go short, 308.28, then you have your 307, so you get $1.14 there, and you have your levels for scaling. And then let's see how 45 minutes looks. I mean, it just looks a little bit overextended. And then if you switch to Ashis, come on. Look at the VIX coming up right here into the supply. You guys see this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're just hitting right now. So let me see. Okay. So now, I mean, it seems like we're losing a little bit of momentum to the upside. Let's see. The 1 hour should not be much different there. 4 hours should be drastically different. All right, there it goes. Okay. So does this make sense what I'm talking about, the volume profile so far or no?
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, but what does the wicks touching into the supply tell you?
Oh, good question. So I was hoping somebody would ask, especially if you're new. So what does it mean for something to be in supply? Do you understand that? It's okay if you don't.
No.
Okay. So when you're hitting a supply of something, right? Let's put yourself, you're selling shoes. Okay. What is your name? Sorry, I don't recognize your voice that well.
This is Henny.
Okay. So if you're hitting a supply of something, for instance, here, that means you have a lot of product available. Let's say you had a lot of shoes available. Let's say you bought them at $300, but you still have a lot of inventory. Your warehouse is still full of shoes, and it's sitting at a nice level where you could be making some profit on those shoes. If you have a lot of inventory on those shoes, what would you do?
Sell them.
Yeah, you would sell them. So somebody here has a lot of inventory of this stock or cues, right? And we are hitting a supply where the previous sellers also sold. And we can tell they sold because the wicks on the top indicate the stock ran up here, the price went, and they pushed it back down.
Okay.
So it went up here and they pushed it back down. So they're not
Okay.
letting it go to that price, meaning they're not finding value above this price and they're not letting it go. So for us, when something's hitting supply, you want to short it. You're looking for opportunities to short. And here you have nice wicks coming up. You had a wick here. So worst case, maybe it goes to 312. They set up a trap over 310. It hits 312. They get people excited over the wick. It goes here. And then the 313.43 VPOC will probably slap it back down because the VPOCs are, if you're not familiar with them, maybe 5-10 times stronger than the regular POC. And usually when they show up on a key level that they're on right now, so if I just extend it, look at the supply, that this line that's extending here. Look at this. We came, rejected it all the way down, and now this would be the third time that we're kind of going back to this level. And it could be that the seller is getting weaker and they offloaded all of those shoes. If he offloaded shoes here, we brought it back and he sold more shoes, but he was not able to push the price down. So we're still kind of making higher lows. So it could be that we're consolidating for a move higher, but to me, it looks like we're kind of waiting for some kind of news here in the market. So that's what supply means. And there's a video that we did on supply that might
Yes.
be beneficial to rewatch it. So I would honestly even move it to this wick here. I know it's kind of illegal to do, but I don't care what's illegal. I would definitely play this. If you're gonna play it, 310.45 breaks, retest, go long. You have space 312. If it breaks below 308.28, it's probably an easy short all the way to about 307, 306. But you can tell that the buyers are showing up here. So if I go on, well, let me just hide all of this. So if you guys see here, you see the buyers, I'm on the weekly candles. Buyers, they pushed the price down and buyers pushed it back up. The buyers pushed the sellers pushed the price down, and we accelerated the stock price back up. So they're really, really not letting go of this level yet, right? So the 300 was crucial. We said shorted below 304 last time on our watch list from Sunday, which was 303.98. And it worked out pretty well on that. But now you have to be kind of careful. It looks like they might want to send this higher. So let's see. Try and find a good trend line. So I mean, it still looks like a bull flag. And then if you switch it to about 3 hours, does anyone else see anything else here?
Like an inverse head and shoulders.
Yeah, there's an inverse head and shoulders being formed here. If I adjust this line just a tad bit, you guys will be able to see it. So if it looks like that, right, it would have be kind of like, not perfect one, but it looks halfway decent. There, head, left shoulder, head, and now it's kind of creating a right shoulder here. And I think Tesla has the same one because that's what I saw today. That's when I got out real quick. And it started picking up momentum. So that's the plan on Qs, guys. Fairly simple. I mean, it's been ranging a lot. If you're going to go long, 310.85, 312.32 first target, and then play it accordingly. Use your VPOX. And if you're not familiar, use your trend bar. Might save you $1 or $2. But yeah, we're really, really consolidating here. We're really nice consolidation too. Okay.
Hey, Shorty, would you think? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you.
That up there in the supply where it was wicking, that they're trying to see if there's any more buyers up there.
So big boys, they don't buy a supply; they buy a demand. So that's where the retail makes a mistake, right? Usually retail will start buying right now here, and then they'll catch them off guard, and then they'll send it back down. So what you're supposed to do is, when you're hitting these levels, so this level hasn't been tested, right? There's a gap here,
right?
So this level hasn't been tested, and when we say retail doesn't have patience, this is what they mean. This is exactly what they mean by it. Retail now is itching. I don't want to, what is half of the world thinking? It's like, hey, I don't want to miss this run. Like, everybody's like, I don't want to miss the run. I don't want to miss the run. Well, you already missed the run. I hate to tell people that, but you missed the run. This was a 280. Right now is a 310. I mean, think about it. If they invested, as you see these big orders come in on Qs, if they invested $200 million at 280, $30 and $200 million, that's a lot of money that they made. So they can probably take the risk off here and look for FMOC and trigger a sell-off with the bad news or any news and buy this again back at 290 and then buy it when people are going to be scared. Retail is going to be like, oh my God, we're going to make this low. That's where they'll come in and buy it at 290 and sell it at 315.
Wow.
That's why retail loses, is because they put fear instead of rational thinking when they're buying.
Thank you.
Questions? So Tesla, I mean, does anyone need any help with this, or you guys are okay? What to do here? I mean, this is ranging. This is pretty tight here. Super duper tight. Let me just, I'll just remove it. I'll give you the idea. So many people would probably say this looks like what? Probably what? A bull flag? So for me, it's still a bull flag. Technically, yes, it's a bull flag, but to me, it's also a bear flag. I mean, it's a big old bear flag here. It still hasn't even made a higher high, hasn't closed above the previous high, right? So, and the rule is, I know there's new people, equals, this is our bullish trend, right? And then lower high plus lower low is our bearish trend. So what is Tesla doing right now? So if you think about it, this was our, let's call this higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So it has a lower low, lower low, lower low. So now if we take this step out, the lower low and the bearish trend continues. It needs to break 787 for upsides to reverse the trend and close above it, or break 620.57 and then it will continue into the bearish trend. So right now it looks like it's consolidating before the next move up.
Shorty, what were you trying to see when you fibbed?
With fibs, I was just making sure that it's not below 50 or 61%. I was making sure that the flag is still valid.
Got it.
Yep. So usually what I like to do, so if I grab this, the move from the bottom to the top, usually I would not consider the flag if it's below 38.2, which it is. So it dipped quite a bit. It retraced almost, 50% of that move, and a little bit more than that. It went almost 61.8. So it loses that flag technical pattern. But some people still call it. For me, it's not a bull. It's not definitely not a bull flag for me. More of a bear flag. But
Thank
this
you.
is what I see on it.
Hey, Shorty.
So now if I do this, does it look like a bear flag or a bull flag?
Bear.
Wow.
Now you get a full picture of what it looks like. And now, for people that, I'm teaching you guys how to do some fibs, this is a nice swing right here to do the fibs off. And look where we reject on. Take a look at that.
Hey, Shorty.
Yep.
Recheck on it.
When I do my fibs, it's all shaded in. How do you get it without it being shaded in like that?
But like the settings, or like what do you mean? Like I'll take the background. Are you talking about this?
Yeah, that must be it. Thanks.
Yeah, take the background now. I mean, you can use it. I just hate the backgrounds. I don't like clutter. Yeah, you can remove that by clicking the background. But yeah, that's my fib right there. I mean, it's an important level on it. 790, perfect hit here, hit, 61.8. And then, the best part about fibs is that there's really no way to be wrong, but it just has to make sense. So this is my last low. Here's a previous lower high right here. I can grab that one. And what am I doing now? Does anyone recall from the fib class from, I believe, last week or this week? I forgot. What did I just do? Yeah, I'm doing fib clusters here. I'm trying to see where there are multiple levels that are lined up to be very close to each other to tell me if there's a support or resistance that I should be aware of. And you can keep doing this, all the way as much as you want. And, you just don't want to do like this one and this one. It would not make sense, right? You want to make sure it's a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And now, where do you see a lot of clusters? Look at this area right here. That 850 area is really, really, really deep. So a lot of clusters on that. So that's how you can use your fibs to help you kind of gauge the levels, right? So that's one way to find where potentially something might reject or not. For now, we'll keep this one, and then the best part. Does anyone see any patterns right now? I'll help you guys. How about now?
Inverse head and shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we have a nice inverse head and shoulders. And where's the head? Where's the neckline?
At 50%.
Right at 0.5.
50%.
That's right on. So, this is not a coincidence that, that we're bouncing here. So for Tesla, if somebody wants to short it, fortunately, if you're going to go here, you can go between 700 and 690, but you have to be quick. I don't like to trade Tesla in $10 increments, just because it can be dangerous for myself and it can be dangerous for you guys as well. So I don't recommend below 700. Maybe some people do, but I don't. Here we got 3 volume profiles that are pretty much consolidating, right? And you guys know the rule of 3 to 4 profiles together triggers what? When there's 3 POCs lined up, let's check. When you get like 3 POCs lined up like that, what do you usually get? 1, 2, 3, gone. 1, 2, 3, gone. When they're lined up closely like they are right here, you usually get a move. Like this is prepping for a takeoff or a takedown. I mean, I can't, if I knew which way it was going to go, I'd probably full port it, but it's prepping for a major, major move here.
So Shorty, whenever we see it grouped together like that, that's basically like 3 days of consolidation of buying.
Not necessarily buying. We don't know if they're going to be, if this is a redistribution or if it's going to be accumulation. We have no idea to tell. So you have a B shape, and then I have a, we have a P shape volume profile here. You have, I would say, if you have a long B, I would say this is maybe a short B, and then you have a long P here. P usually means there's a strong supply there, and we broke this one. So if you're going to short something, you could go below 712, just 706. But you see how tight the range is. To me, that's not worth it. It's just a lot of risk for a little bit of reward. And after I saw that today, after I hopped on a computer, I was like, oh man, why did I short Tesla here? And I quickly closed it for $40 or $45 profit per contract. I only had 2, so it wasn't much. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty. You look at it even here, pretty tight. Yeah. So if you want to go long, any ideas where you guys could go long?
Over 725.
That's a good level. I mean, here if you look, right, so you had this level here, 721, and then if you look at these wicks above, I might keep forgetting I have it. That'll be your kind of range here. So, and if you go look at this, you could go over 722 and go from there, and then just check 65 minutes. Yeah, so probably 722.69. You could take that, and then if you're not comfortable, you want to go at least 727 on it and let it ride and go higher. We do have a VPOC here, right at that 50% is a VPOC too. You guys see it. So that's going to be pulling a lot. And then Tesla is one of those stocks, if you guys are not familiar with it, we can ask Drew or somebody, or I can do it that told the class. But the clouds on Tesla are pretty accurate that you have on TradingView. They rarely miss on Tesla, Amazon, and all the big boys that have liquidity. They rarely miss. So I would definitely keep those handy. One could make a case here that you also have a descending triangle. So if you guys think about this right here, this would be your descending triangle here. The break right here below, I would say 700, and this is your bear flag, and you're making lower highs. We're not flat on the bottom, but definitely a bear pennant for me here. So aggressive 722, a little bit less aggressive 726, and then you could definitely short it below 700 here to avoid any minimal fake outs like these here, and you don't want to be trading that too much. So not the best setup here. One stock that we forgot to look at, there it goes. Look where it bounced. Drew, you're supposed to remind us on this one.
Sorry.
This is your favorite stock, man. You killed it a few times.
A lot of times.
Yeah, this is Drew's baby. But I do like trading it. Oh man, this looks like it's ready for a big move.
Probably over like 310-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. I would not take it till it takes out that monster candle here.
Yep.
I mean, nice range. It has nice range here. So, I mean, look at it. $20 range that it's playing in right now. And if you look at this on 3 days, it's going to be even better picture here. Yeah, look at that. And this is huge right here. I'm almost like tempted to short it right here coming up. Because this is still, but you guys see anything interesting here? It's still a bear pennant. Even on 3 days, right? So even on weekly, definitely a bear pennant. So I would call this definitely a descending triangle bear pennant here. Okay, what other stocks you guys got? Let's see, I know Square.
Can
Has
you
been,
look at snow? I'm
yeah,
like, there's so many POCs together on that one. I want to see how you play it.
no, that was my level right there for a bounce. I guess it held it. Yeah, it's gonna bounce. I mean, if you think about this, it's pretty much executed like an ABC. Boom, boom, all the way to 127. Yeah, well, didn't Target have the news on the inventory? I'll do it. Let me just finish snow, and then we'll switch to that one. I mean, it has a bear flag, not the prettiest bear flag, but definitely a bear flag. Yeah, if you're gonna go long, I don't know what your level is, but 140.70 is key, you know, because it has the lower high here, and then I'm pretty sure there's epochs left and right on this thing.
There's
Yeah.
a huge cluster there.
Yeah. There's your rejection waiting to happen. Is it over 130? If you're going to go long, aggressive, 130, 134 to 138 is probably going to be quick. So I'll play 132, 138. That might happen like 2 candles. I mean, then it has a ton of epochs. That's a epoch. That's a epoch. Then another epoch. I mean, it is. Yeah. And they look at this supply here. I mean, this is a 3x POC right here. So it's a nice cluster of support right here, 130. So I would definitely take this over 132. Ah, okay. Any questions on Snow?
Nope.
Okay. If Target is getting rid of the inventory, what does that mean? What does that mean for?
Inflation is starting to stabilize.
That is correct. Good answer. That means inflation is slowing down, guys. So the only way that you remember, I explained to you guys, the only way to slow down inflation is to take away the money, or the people stop buying. And why would people stop buying? Because they don't have money, guys. I mean, who here wants to buy a Tesla Model 3 for 90 grand? Anyone? Any buyers?
No shot.
Who wants to buy a Tesla 3 model for $40,000?
Sounds more realistic.
That is more realistic. So what the stores did and everybody else, I mean, think about it. And I can give you 1,000 examples of this. When you go to Target, the loaf of bread, it used to be $2 and it's still $2. But how did the inflation go up then? The loaf of bread still the same. Okay, so 20 years ago, just a quick lesson, they changed how they measure CPI. They changed it from actually the same basket of what you used to get, the goods, to the happiness factor, meaning the happiness basket, which means that they would replace your products with similar products that should marginally not increase or decrease your happiness. And that's how they started measuring your CPI, which basically gives them the opportunity to butcher the numbers, right? So would you be paying $2 for 10 pieces of bread? Or maybe it's $2 for 4 pieces of bread, but it's still $2, guys. And in human mind, they're going to still say, oh, I still got the bread for $2. Yes, but you got twice as less bread for $2.
Yeah, I just realized this weekend, like we used to get like in Sam's Club, like the avocado, the same price we used to get 5 piece. Now it is 4 piece. I just realized, like probably that is how they are just maintaining, but the inflation is going up.
Exactly. And most people don't realize that. So your happiness, your natural instinct, if you don't realize that, is what? Your happiness is the same. You still got the avocados and the price didn't change in your head, but you got one less avocado, right? You got 20% increase on that, right? From if you go 4 out of 5, you just cut it by 20% and you increased or kept the price the same. So inflation isn't really not 8%. It's more like 26, 30%. But people, people don't get it yet. They will soon. Okay. Oh, good stuff. So 132 on snow, target. Does anyone remember target when we talked about this? Here's your target measurement that we did here last time. I guess we nailed it. On that one, on the earnings, I believe they had earnings and they dropped it. So here's a perfect supply here that got created, right? So if you guys look here, they brought it all the way up, all the way into the supply, and there's an identical chart here to somebody else. I'll show you this in a second. They brought it back into the supply first test, and they dumped it back down. So I'll just want to show you real quick. Does this not look identical? Earnings, gap down. Watch this. And now it's coming up for the retest. We had one off of the VPOC 4536, I believe. Well, no longer 4536. It was this level here. I don't know why I remember too many fucking numbers, but yeah, we tapped that level and we continued down, and now we're tapping that level again on Amazon. So let's see what we do. But that 130.76 now, you have to kind of switch that in your head, is a really key number because it starts the gap. So same as target, the gap is 168. And then if you look at this with no candle, not no candles, but that's a lot of volume there. Wow. Yeah, that's more volume than in COVID, like the COVID drop. Yeah, I mean, there was a big order. Flip, can you get the DP levels on target, please? The little thing you show us. Yeah, that something's off on this. That's a lot of volume. There a buyer? Sorry guys, this is just an interesting chart now. Ooh. 47, 10. So the trigger was 154.96. Okay. Yeah, this one looks interesting here. They're gonna bring it back to 152 to buy more. Actually, might add shares of Target myself.
I posted the the dark pools for you. 154.
Yeah, I was looking. I think that was the trigger for 154. Was 154.96 was their trigger.
Yeah, they're probably getting the O block fill.
Yep. Well,
When they fill, they just bounced it.
because you see immediately after that, the fills on 85 million and watt 45, they're cut by a quarter off of that major, and then they fill it back to 161. So somebody had what, $1 billion in orders.
Yeah, they're trying to fill up the imbalances. When there's gaps down, I learned when there's gap up or gap down, there's imbalances. So they try to fill up the gap balances with
Yeah,
O
and
block.
here's one right here. If you're thinking imbalances, so here was your imbalance. So this is what we talked about, right? You had an imbalance all the way up, right? And what do we always do when there's an imbalance that's left? That means there's a buyer that left unfilled. And look what happened here. As soon as it came back into the imbalance right here, off of the indecision candle, phew, why not? Now, if you're gonna make a higher low, then they gotta come back to this level here.
Leave that right there, buddy. Got you. There you go. Do that magic with the the computer. Boom.
Now you're showing me a compression.
Well, that's what happened with the SPY.
Oh yeah. This happens a lot. This is one of my favorite patterns on
and that's what, again, it happened. Yeah,
it's right here. You guys see it? Boom, 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 boom. Because it was quickly down, and then a compression move, and then a dump. Now it's coming back to a supply. So higher time frame supply to you guys. Man. So this is your supply here, and it's coming back. So there's a high chance we're going to run higher. So if we break this level 157.7, there's probably a chance that we're going to continue. But then you have a little bit of resistance here, which is 160 also there. So you would have that level. If we break the 160, 170 calls will print.
Oh shit! I got you other one, buddy. Hold on. This one's better. There's the imbalance. There you go.
Yep.
O blocks, Phil. There you go. There's that.
So there's your OBs. That's your OB right here. So now we got to see what the plan is, what they're doing on the structure.
Have you seen those nasty wicks after hours? I tagged you in it. Hold on, let me tag you again.
On SPY or something else?
Yeah, on SPY. Watch, Shorty. It's on the one. You can see on the 1 hour. Let me see some nasty wicks.
Okay. While you find, I'll check back. Look at Zoom, guys. I'm on the monthly chart. This was our imbalance that was created on Zoom when it was a 90. You guys see what happened here? Went all the way up to 500, 600. Nobody would say, hey, it's going to go back to 80. Well, it went back to this, literally this imbalance here that it got created. This almost like a accumulation zone. And because people were not able to get filled. So it was just driven by fear. It was driven by irrational markets, meaning, Zoom was not going to survive forever, nor Peloton, nor other stocks like DocQ and whatnot. It was just based on the moment and the news, right? And they hit it perfectly. And now, somebody started buying it back up, whether it's algos or if there's news being planned, irrelevant. I just think this company is dead. Below 79, I was short it. ZS was a buy at 129.5. I believe it was the level. Yep. I did get shares on this. So here's, I don't even have to chart it. Here we go. It's literally right into our demand zone here. So if you look at it, I'm on 3 days. So 3 days, literally right off the demand zone here. And then going up. So you can play it probably over 173. Let's see in smaller time frames. You have a nice range here for higher. Probably take the high of the day today, 165. And then you have 170. So it's $5 moves waiting to happen here. So that's a failed auction. Yeah, you really need it about 165. And then it has 172, which is your VPOC here. A lot of these charts look identical. That's what target looked like. Just the gap was a little bit heavier. Let me see your wicks there. I don't see the wicks in that flip. Maybe my eyes are just not good. What time frame is that chart? Is that a daily?
For SPY? Oh, the hour.
4 hours? Or
1 hour. 1 hour, yeah. Those nasty wicks. I should have them. You should have them, sorry.
Oh, the one tap on the bottom. I don't see that one like you do. The tapped 410? See, I don't even see that print on mine.
Oh, somebody's happy.
No, can you see if that print happened before 8:30 a.m. this morning, or when did it happen? If it happened before 8:30, it's a misprint. Yeah, 8:30 usually misprints. After 8:30, no misprints allowed.
Well, this happened right at. Well, this last one that happened from 416 all the way to 410.63 was at 5 o'clock.
Today?
Yeah, today. That
Oh,
nasty wick. Oh, what candlesticks I have here?
yeah, I don't
I
even.
have regular candles.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't. It's not
Oh, you have
pointing here.
after
Maybe.
hours? You have after
Yeah,
hours?
I just turned it on.
Oh shit! And there's the other two. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let's do.
Let's see. Yeah, I see it on there now. Somebody posted it. There's a tag at
Yeah.
410. Yeah, there's
Not
two fours.
those candles. Yeah, they're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could be misprints. If I was to bet, maybe misprints.
But it's funny how they always revisit those levels. That's interesting.
Just accident, right?
Yeah, just by coincidence. Don't play us short. It was you, bro.
And I would not buy SPY yet. If I was adding anything, I would not buy SPY yet.
No, I want people to
So,
buy it. Look, my puts can go freaking to the moon. I got puts for tomorrow. 412. What did I get at?
this is our short Amazon level, guys. I think this could be fairly easy money on this one. They're gonna send this one down, man. I'm telling you, Amazon needs to go down. They're not ready to buy it yet.
You're shorting tomorrow? Because I shorted today towards the end of. I noticed that in order for a swing to work, you gotta wait until the last 5 minutes, bro. Last 5 minutes is this chart. Let me show it to you. Ah, damn it. Hold on. It's called non-mitigation and mitigation areas. Oh, it's.
So I would aggressively short right here, 122 and below, all the way to 120, which is a good deal, guys. On $2 on those, and then if it breaks this 120, I mean, we're gonna be in some fun rides here on Amazon. We open up a little bit to the VPOC right here. Sorry, let me remove this. In hate time. So there's a VPOC 113. Then it has a low range, which you want to avoid this range. This is your no trade in here. So if you're to go here, okay, I don't know why that did that. Center, top, inside.
Where's the mitigations?
This would be your no trade zone. So this is your short. Hold it up here. You guys see anything interesting here? Why this will work? The short below 120.
or below 120. So what chart?
Imbalance.
Yeah, so we have an imbalance right here that happened on the P shape. You have a
Protect
little bit
high.
of a volume node here, volume cluster there, and then the reason why it would work, there's a P shape here. There's really not a lot of volume besides this volume cluster here. All the way down, there's really nothing. So if you want to confirm this, oh, look, what do you know? Skinny belly right to this level, and then below that, there's a gap, and then it literally starts at like maybe, what is it, like 114.5 that it has a little bit of shelf, and then a nice shelf right here at this 113.23. And then the next one comes back, if you break this level, once we break this zone, you guys see that we're kind of headed right here at 107.91. I'll probably take it off right here somewhere, 108.93.
Yo, Shorty, I got a picture for you too,
We're
buddy.
not talking about the market yet.
I got you a picture for whatever chart that is. I can't see it. Protected high. An entry with indictment. Indictment, sorry. Indictment.
Inducement.
Indictment. My eyes are fucking Chinese right now, bro. I saw an eye, not a U.
Yeah, we got a bear flag here on Amazon. So this might be probably my favorite setup for tomorrow, guys.
Oh fuck yeah! I found it for you, buddy. Here you go.
Very good.
If you get this last picture, is premium discount non-mitigated areas, and you apply it to the premium chart, bro, you're gonna be like, oh, dude, you're gonna be like how you how you like slaughter those mosquitoes. You're gonna be like Orton on steroids with premiums, bro. On God, that non-mitigated stuff, that's so freaking clutch, dude. It makes me wait. And I noticed that if I'm gonna swing like a put, I wait until the last 5 minutes, bro, and you get plays on freaking ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
412. I
so
got
the non-mitigate, do you
$50.
understand what it means?
I do, but do people
Yeah.
understand? I don't. I don't understand, bro. I don't know.
Of
Show
course you
me,
do.
Shorty.
So the non-mitigated areas, what they mean by this, usually if you're to translate this in like, simple terms, it hasn't been there, it hasn't been revisited to see what's the reaction of the buyers and sellers. And usually in these areas, when you revisit something that hasn't been touched, so imagine yourself when you're, those electric stoves, when you turn them on and you leave them on, they turn red, right? I mean, just because the heat. So think of that as a when you put your hand on the first time, your natural reaction is going to be a reaction to it. You're going to lift your hand up and you're going to, man, I burned myself. If you come to this non-mitigated area again, right, you're going to have the same reaction. It's just that you're going to know what the reaction is. So use this chart that Flip is posting same way. If you know, and we know we chart options in this Discord. Everybody charts options in this Discord. If you know last time that the option price came to $9, let's say calls, and the price went down from 9 to like 2, that's your non-mitigated area. There was a reaction to there, and sellers took off. They probably scooped it up at $1, sold it at 9. Now they're going to start selling those calls to you as a retailer because you think it's going to go higher. They're switching. When they sell calls, they turn bearish. And it's the same concept here, right? I mean, and that move on the bottom right where it's a swing low liquidity hunt, that's literally what it is, right? I mean, if you draw a trend line, you can play those trend line spikes, but then you should know where not to play because it can really slap you in the face as you hit the previous supply on the top.
Oh yeah, that's when you get called bag holding and you just add liquidity to the other side of whatever contract.
And they literally kill you quickly on that, guys. I mean, it's pretty fast that it happens. And you guys have seen it. If you're new to this Discord, I'm sure you've had it where you bought a call and immediately you're down 40%, and you're like, what the hell? Like, why am I down 40%? That's exactly what happens. Because you have that compression move, and once you have the compression move, it really becomes kind of strong on the downside or upper side if it's the opposite side. Because there's a bullish and a bearish side of that. Okay, so that's Amazon. Let's see, somebody said something else.
You got whatever chart you got next, bro. You're probably gonna find this pattern too. Turn liquidity. Oh, dude, I don't care what what do you do premiums or whatever, bro. You apply this thing is lethal. Along this with fine confluence in the type 3 types of liquidity, which are this, and oh shit, damn it, Dale. And you're gonna be fucking lethal, bro. Oh my god. You get that with these. Oh, dude. Oh my god, dude. You literally have one right now. Whatever chart that is, you got one right there. You literally have that right wherever you got chart in that little triangle pattern trend line liquidity. You see it where it says trend line trader stop loss retesting below this point, and it's gonna come back to the target price of the week of the low. Oh my gosh, whatever chart that is. What chart is that?
No, yeah. I mean, this is your
That's your trend.
that's your pure liquidity right there. So yeah, if this breaks, this is probably headed. Somebody asked me to look at this. I just gotta go on a little bit higher time frame to find it. Yeah, there's your imbalance right here. So if this breaks, you have a first revisit right here. So if you take this trade, you can go from short from 108, 109.10 to 103 on Zoom.
Oh, bro, what you just said, dude, is literally this. That's fucking amazing. I tagged you in it. It turned like literally, bro. It's like
And then yeah, this guy right
in
here.
simple terms. My words are fucking, Excuse me. Sorry. CRs.
I would watch this. I mean, if somebody's playing, I'm playing this. Yeah, below this level here, there's a high chance you're going to revisit this 100, 102 level, and then 96, then 88.
Yeah, just so people understand, trend line liquidity is basically where if you're gonna get a call, if it's obviously in that same triangle, you're gonna keep buying, but you're gonna set your stop loss right below it. So they're gonna trigger your stop loss, and then they're gonna just swipe you under it. That's how you get swept. Hence liquidity sweep, and then it's gonna go all the way down to a little green area. And you have that same pattern in the type 3 liquidity, which is trend line to the upside and then trend line to the downside.
I watch this now. Look what you're hitting right here.
Oh my god, that felt so lethal, bro. Right there, right, bro. You just drew it. You just literally drew the trend line liquidity. Boom, baby. Let's get it, bro. People that just take that picture and apply it to any chart, you're gonna see so many like habitual action. But I guess I'm talking Chinese because I really never took the time to explain it to people. But
This is good stuff, guys. This is. I mean, I
bro,
applied
this
it.
is smart money concept, bro. We start getting into it, but I can't explain it, bro. All I know is like somebody can understand my Chinese languages, you're gonna be good. It's just hard for me to explain because it's like trying to mull it down. But I gotta talk to you in Spanish. If you understand Spanish, bro, I'll do 1, 2, 3, baby.
This is almost identical chart, guys, to this. So if you guys look at it, there's your supply. So if you look at this, there's your high time frame supply, which was 4 hours. It's good. It's right here. So that's your peak right here. Here's your lower high, which is the same. Same one as here, right? And then if you draw this, there's that, and then there's a peak higher, and then there's a peak higher. There's a peak higher, and it goes here, and it doesn't go lower than this low. It goes down, and then it consolidates up, and it's headed to the high time frame range and the supply. So if you come here, you can enter. That's why we said short right here. It will come back, go here, and then it's going to go down. Keep a picture here, and I'll tell you guys that this is probably going to head.
Oh, bro, that's SPY. If you do that same trend line liquidity,
Go here somewhere. That's your zoomy right there. Whoever asked for zoom, that's your zoom chart.
If you go to SPY, bro, that's the same time frame with SPY, the Qs, and that's where you get that balance. That's why people say, "Oh, why'd you get any calls?" Because that trend line liquidity, then it transforms to the next cycle, type 3 liquidity, which it creates a trend line, and it bounces onto lower time frames, which is the other one I'm gonna tag you in. Oh, this is so beautiful, dude. And I know you probably understand this shit, bro, but I can't explain it. I freaking suck. Or
Yeah, I've
SPY.
used this
SPY.
for some time now.
Go on the 1 hour, 4 hour. You're gonna see that same trend line liquidity picture.
Yeah, it's just not as clean as the other ones.
Oh, what time? What time frame am I in? Hold on.
4 hours.
I don't know. Oh shit.
We need to break
You got
this
one.
range.
Yeah, you got 1 hour. 1 hour. Otra foto. Otra foto de pongo. Right now, right now, that picture that I sent you is this one. A spot as well. Where is it on? Damn it. Here it is, buddy. Ah, what a freaking juicy bastard. This is market structure. Shift in market structure. Range expansion. And that range expansion, that's the only thing I'm scared about my puts, but whatever, you know. I'm waiting for that that where it says range expansion on the market structure.
Yep.
That's where that trigger built. No, it's not a book, bro. It's a PowerPoint from a forex trader I learned. I didn't like forex, but the dude actually showed me how to chart, because charting the market that we trade in is all order driven, all order book fill driven. Forex is not, so that's the only difference. But take the same concept, apply it to your own strategy, and you got a freaking market structure. That's what Shorty teaches you guys, but it's very simple. Sounds too simple to be true, but that's what it is, bro. Mine is just more in depth, different words like POS or BOS, sorry, breakup structure, manipulation. That's why I always say wait for manipulation, liquidity sweeps. People think it's just Chinese, but that's what really happens. That's smart money concept. So if you want to learn about that smart money concept, that's what we're trying to teach you. Most people won't teach you how to chart a premium, but people here on the Discord will show you how to chart a
Flip.
premium because you're
What
playing
what
premium.
Flip? What level of high are you right now?
Me, I am freaking exuded, bro.
I figured.
Hey man, you guys want me like this? I'm very non-shy. I'm not shy, so I'm just giving you free game. This is not a script, bro. This is just knowledge. This is love, bro.
Knowledge.
This is what it is, bro. The Shorty's gonna show you how to get into it. I can't be on my phone as much. When I am, bro, dude, I'm just throwing you guys plays. But Shorty, Earth, fucking CR, Sequence, everybody here are freaking lethal. Even the members. You just applied this extra freaking icing on the cake or whatever, you know, sprinkles to your blunt if you guys smoke or whatever. Boom, bro, you're freaking running. You're gonna see these patterns.
Let's see who else got tickers.
Bro, do oil, bro. Oil's freaking running. Jesus
What
ball.
they got?
Huh?
What was the ticker?
Jesus, bro. Look at crew, dude. Holy God. You want a trend line, bud? Look at that. Oh my God.
If you want a liquidity, let me tell you about liquidity right here, man.
Bro. That is the definition. You want a picture of liquidity, picture, an example, live example, you got one right there, bud. This thing is just chopping.
Yeah, we're about to. When this comes down, oof. Feel bad for those people that are buying XM calls for 120s, 130s.
Yeah, they gotta wait.
Had to close about 121 today. If you guys look, right, same thing here. 2 candles down, 1, 2. We came back right to this level of where the imbalance happened, right? And I'm on a high time frame, three days. And we came back, we got a bounce. We came back, got a bounce. And now you have a compression up. You're pushing up, so you're kind of looking to see which time frame is giving you where the supply is, right? So if you're looking kind of here, is there supply somewhere? Oh yeah, there's definitely supply here. There's a double top right here with the failed auction. failed auction means, they're just not able to close the auction to make a new high and proceed higher. So if you guys look here, so if I just grab this, I'm grabbing this black candle here, but I'm just encompassing the rest here. So I'm grabbing this candle here, and then you just kind of go to the right. So we got a little bit of ways to go, but this is where, you should be getting into some puts. So we have probably another $4 or $5 to go on this. The retail is driving this right now, so. You can definitely watch this, for a break tomorrow if you're going to play it. I wouldn't play it till 121 is broken and Exxon.
Oh, Shorty, you have any patterns with this picture I tagged you in? Oh, it's freaking lethal. It's probably you already showed it already.
Yeah, that's my favorite setup.
Chart, descending triangle, manipulates off higher time frame. Weep.
Yeah, there's a guy that.
Smart money concepts, bro. That shit. When you said, was it you or something when we're in TA? You said something about that, and I was like, damn, I forgot this dude. He was an Indian dude. I don't understand one word of him, but that man was so smart in freaking trading.
Yeah, if there's anyone's on Instagram, his name is His Mix Trading.
Yeah.
He has a YouTube. He's I've never seen him trade. I've seen him post pictures like this, but I've never seen him trade. So I don't know if he's a good trader or not, but he can draw some pictures.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Okay, so that's your crude. Let's look at Exxon real quick. Oof, wow. Man, that's not a good looking chart for Exxon.
It's just a rocket.
My God, this is gonna be. Guess who has shares of this at $18? This just looks so overextended. I just have to add the RSI for a second. Ooh, what the hell is that? Anyone see any issues here using your RSI?
Negative divergence forming.
Yeah, there's some really big divergence forming. I knew this was going to happen on this. This can't be sustained on it. So it just broke through it. And then the peak right here. Yeah, I just don't see how. Well, it can continue going higher. I'm not going to say it can't. It's just crazy. What do you guys think happens to this stock once they announce that the war's over in Russia?
Drops.
It pumps?
Drops.
We both said different things.
Yeah, I don't think it will pump.
I'll pump my freaking gas tank, bro. I'm getting $2 gas or $3 gas.
So there's no way it would pump. I mean, remember, supply and demand. If the supply is freed up, that means that there's most likely going to be, even though the supply might not increase, but the perception, remember, we are speculators. Just like Zoom stock went 600, it was a speculation that we're going to have this pandemic that's going to wipe out the world and we're going to be remote. And same thing here. These people, guys, they made so much money. You guys have no freaking idea. Just go look at the contracts when the gas went negative.
They put ethanol, bro.
Maybe
that's why they make more money.
Only Biden can do that right now, but I don't want to be political.
No,
Crude oil contracts were a negative 40 at one point, guys. They literally paid you $4,000 to get some gas. So think about that. These people are raking in money right now in this cycle. This cycle is about to be done here.
yeah,
Crude oil.
they already made so much money off just that bounce. It's funny.
There goes corn futures, still bull flagging here. So,
Yeah. Who would have thought? Some freaking.
Yeah, and by them adding ethanol and harvest being the worst harvest in the past 40 years in the United States, what do you think happens to gas then? If there's no corn and the harvest is bad, you can't add more ethanol, which is made from corn.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Well,
Hey, is that why you don't really smell gas anymore when you pump your gas?
Ooh.
Anybody else notice that? Or
well, I don't know about that. I smell gas. I smelled it today when I was killing the mosquitoes. I was I smelled it. I'm telling you, I was there for quite a bit of time, and I smelled it. My wife said that she saw the frustration in me as I was killing the mosquitoes.
Oh. You see DXY, bro? The dollar? Look at that bear flag on the 1 hour. Oh,
I was about to say, give me a bull flag.
We got a bear flag, bud. Or semi. Let me go to the 4 hour.
This is interesting here because it looks like RSI is also hitting the trend line here. This is hitting the trend line, so it might come back down. If it breaks this level, the bear flag's off the charts. I haven't looked at DXY in a second. Yeah, it could also be a bull flag on the daily. Yeah, definitely a bull flag on the weekly. Yeah, flagging here on the weekly. It just overextended. It needs to come back down a little bit. All right, what else you guys got?
Sega or Vuru. It's like VERU.
VEU? This?
VERU.
Oh, there. Yeah, that's isn't that something to do with some
I'm bugging, bro.
some kind of vaccine or something? I don't know what it is.
Oh, that COVID.
Or the Sega. Isn't that like the new chicken pox or monkey pox thing they got creating going on with that? Like the vaccine for that? Sega?
Well, they told people not to wear masks, so I guess I don't know.
They switch it up every day.
Yeah, they did.
You guys can be my guest. You guys know that Shorty doesn't buy this. I don't buy these stocks. I don't trade these stocks. If I do, I'll put in $100 and call it a day. But when I see something like this, I just can't even look at charts like this. When I see this like this, volume and then no volume, and then all of a sudden there's buying volume, it's so manipulated. It must be it was short, it was low float, and then manipulation on the news. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if you have money to throw, you can throw in some money and buy shares, but
Oh, you could talk about Roth IRA, bro. Or how some people can actually. There's some stocks that you could add into your Roth IRA, bro. That
Awesome to learn about for sure.
Like, you gotta. But I'm talking about adding to your Roth IRA companies that have no competition. Like Apple is literally just doing that pay now, buy now, pay later app. So A firm is go out the window. You got to look at those companies. Which companies can beat out the competition or buy out the competition damn near. So you can look at Apple. What companies have their own
Shorty,
little
bag hold in a firm?
No,
me?
I took a loss on this. No, hell no. I'm down with the firm.
Okay.
Me and the firm are no, they're no longer friends.
No
I
longer.
sent an email to their leadership as well.
Oh way.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, I lost almost $98,000 on this. I sent them a nasty email to the investment group.
Are you
Investor
still
relations.
in one?
I'm sorry. Yeah. That one I'll keep that one for a while. Yeah, but this is nice here, guys. On this, I mean, this has potential to come back down. If anyone's interested in this, I don't know. Ooh, wow, it's such bad weather here in Georgia. This looks pretty. Yeah, I'm not gonna go forgive these people what they did. If anyone remembers, they had an ER, they pumped it. I also had calls on it, and then they did this right here.
Didn't they like release the information about their earnings early?
Yes, they fucking leaked it. I think right here I bought I think it was 75 calls, and I had the shares that I loaded up as well, and then they literally, I mean, they dumped it. I lost almost like 70% there.
Damn.
These guys are vicious.
Yep, and no longer.
Well, not Apple's just, bro. Not Apple's just freaking annihilating them, bro. Because A-Firm kind of pulled back following Apple's paying buy now or pay later.
There's another offering coming on PayPal now. Look at this.
Yeah.
This,
I'm telling you, bro.
smells.
There's some stocks setting up in the future, bro. I just trying to find them. I'm trying to see which one where I throw my Roth IRA. Which companies?
Well, I mean, for me, I've added Google, I added AMD and Roth, I
Amazing.
added.
But I want that price, that good price. The AMD, bro. AMD under $90, bro.
Yeah,
Where
I added a bunch of like I think it was 88.
Oh, that's perfect, bro. Under 90, bro. Where do I sign?
I think I had a fill order with Dumpster, 129.5. So this one's doing well. This is a good stock, guys. These killers pretty good.
I want Tesla under 700, bro. Like 7.
This I'll still keep adding, guys. I'm gonna keep adding this all the time. I mean, it's a pretty good company.
Tesla under 750, bro. Oh yeah.
Tesla's gonna go nowhere, man. It's gonna go to about $100, man. Watch.
I hope it does.
What's the ticker options? Adding the Polestar. I have a brain freeze.
GGPI.
GG, yeah, some
GGPI.
GGPI.
PI. Okay.
Yeah, GGPI.
Man, this is so tempting to load the boat. So tempting.
And
Those cars are already out.
So they're selling like hotcakes. I'm not trying about it.
Yeah, I got a buddy that works in the studios, and the executive producer of the show he's working on drives one of those, and he takes it and every week and gets it detailed for him. Those things are insane.
Dude, it's pretty slick car, man.
Oh, we see a shorty.
What if it's like the next FUV though, where it's they like pump it and then dump it? You know? Remember FUV? Did you ever play that, Acromoto?
No, SUV. You said no. I've never played this. I don't even know what this is.
Man, when I first started trading, I was following those Bojang YouTubers. I mean, I made money on this, but they ended up dumping it, as you see.
Well, not at all, man. Only from 36 to 0.
Well, I think it went to 55, didn't it, at one point? Or no? Or 40?
Yeah, it was 36.80. I mean, that's.
I know. I bought it at like $14 at the time when I first started trading it a few years ago. So, but I looked at it a few days ago.
92% of its value. So
crazy.
Not enough.
They're like little 3-wheeled electric carts.
This is your Zach Morris stock. Hey guys, buy right here.
Yo, no, exactly. Like one of those YouTubers got me when I first started trading.
Yeah.
I'm a victim of it.
If you're gonna look for shares, you have to pay for it. Have you guys ever heard of Marcus Smith?
Nope.
Oh
You
yeah,
guys never heard of Marcus Smith?
Nope.
relative that stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, you guys should
Those
at
guys
least do the analysis. Like do the 3 weeks. I don't have it anymore, but do 3 weeks so I can grab it and we can kind of scan through this together if you guys want. I'll get the description and we can do it one Sunday. You know, look for stocks that meet certain criteria, whether it's Warren Buffett's profile, whether it's revenue growth, whether it's
but those guys.
based on technicals. But guys, this website, I mean, just get around and play with it. This is probably the best all-inclusive research website for stocks.
1,000, bro. Oh, they follow a lot of William O'Neill, bro. That's who they follow a lot. William O'Neill.
Oh, Neil is. I mean, Neil's the kind of the father of stock market, guys. So,
Yeah, he's dead, bro. That they follow him a lot. Like his whole
the guy has.
Is it cannibalism? I think I have a picture.
He has more books than.
Oh, you read it.
Nah, man.
Or did you ever use tip ranks?
What?
Like, tip ranks? It's similar to Market Watch. It seems like.
Tip ranks? No.
Tip ranks. Yeah, right there.
Is it free or is it?
No, it's kind of pricey. Honestly, I just got charged like $300 for my yearly renewal. I forgot about it.
100.
Yeah, because it comes with like there's like certain things you can buy on your plan.
I better come with an ounce of freaking bud, bro. It's $300.
So like look at $30 a year, monthly, and then I just paid like the yearly, so.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't know what it charged me, but I had bought it a couple years ago when I was getting into trading, and I just forgot to cancel it.
I just don't know why TradingView and these companies don't add some features like that, to their websites. But
if you want to check out the TipRanks account, I'll give you the login. You can try out my account. I don't use it.
Send it, and I'll look at it.
All right, check it out.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's it. Almost midnight tomorrow. We'll hop on live and we'll see what we can make. I just think tomorrow might be the day that we break this range. So if it's a trending day, we want to be awake and taking some positions and trades in and out, because those are the ones that make us money, right? Otherwise, playing in these tight ranges makes it so much harder to make money. And if you're not losing money, trust me, you're winning. A lot of people are blowing up their ports right now, guys. So a lot.
Oh yeah, broke 41.50, bud. Hell yeah, give me some money.
All right, thanks, Shorty.
All right, guys,
yeah,
thank you.
I'm trading, bud. This is fun. Boom.